and we'll just take it from here. So the first place that we're going to start is with our client's feet. What we want to be doing in Thai massage is to draw the body out from the compressions at the various joints. You never want to twist the spine when it's loaded in compression. That would be compressing the cartilage, grinding the vertebrae together. So in Thai massage, we're starting to counteract gravity by doing various traction moves from the bottom of the feet. We would start with a palm press on both feet and work up the legs on the inside. Then we'd come with a thumb press, and then we do a palm press again. That's a that's a beginning technique that I'll show in class. You won't be able to see it here with both legs because my back's to the camera, but I'll show you guys that palm press and thumb press on one leg. I'm going to show you after we start out with both legs, pressing into the legs, working to the feet when we move to one leg. And so what I would do after I initially start the treatment is assess both legs up to the hip and back down to the foot, figure out which leg might need more work, figure out what rotation is in the leg, figure out what I feel as I palpate. Then it'll give me an idea of the approach I'm going to do with the client. Now, the client may have a similar condition in their body every time I work on them, or depending on how they slept the night before, they may have a pattern. I'm never going to assume that I knew anything because I worked on them before. I'm always looking for a new thing or for a speed bump. Maybe I didn't expect it was there, and then I hit the speed bump, and I'm going slow enough it doesn't cause, like if you were driving over a speed bump too fast. So I've moved to the side. I've picked a leg, her left leg to start on, and I'm doing palm press. I'm contouring my palm into the articulations of her leg. I'm aiming mostly for muscle, and I'm just working up and down the leg. I showed yesterday some of the lines of the body, but just remember, there's over 72,000 meridians. And so anywhere you touch on the body, you're working on thousands of different meridians. And then you move your hand and there's more there and there's more here. You don't have to memorize them all. You just have to remember how the body works. It works in things like flexion and extension. So I'm doing palm press all the way from the foot. I'm rotating the ankle in a little bit. And what that does is exposes the lateral side of the leg, the IT band, all the way up into the hip flexors, all the way up to the lateral side of the pelvis. And so right here, when I move the foot, I can feel the head of the femur in the hip. And I'm articulating that with a sustained pressure here and mobility here. That's an example of intermediate work because I'm doing a little movement with pressure. If I'm just doing beginner level stuff, I'm just doing a palm press. I'm keeping one hand on at a time. My arms are straight, my back is straight, and I'm using this rocking motion. The rocking motion is designed in Thai massage so that you don't cut off circulation in your hips. If any of you have sat on the toilet for too long and your legs have fallen asleep, when you're doing a 2 to 3 to 4 hour Thai massage, you have that capacity too to cut off circulation. So to keep our body moving. One of the best designs of Thai massage is designed to take care of my body first and stretching throughout the treatment and moving properly so that I can work on more clients as opposed to burning out or injuring myself. And this is applying intuition and compassion to yourself, just like you would apply it to the client. So working on the outside of the leg, once I warm up the tissue, go up and down from the lateral leg to the foot with palm press. Then I can go back in with thumb press and get some more specific work in a little bit deeper. And I can go up and down a couple times. This is where if it's one style of Thai massage, the Southern style, it may be deeper work and faster. And it may be like, oh, ah, oh, ah. And then the Northern style of work would be a slower work. It would be letting the tissue unwind under your hand. It would be more sedative to the client. So
Jason,
go ahead.
Are the strokes that you're talking about, beginner, intermediate, and advanced, are they a progression on each other as well as you're working through the body, or is it just in the
Yeah,
application?
yeah, absolutely. Good question. The beginning strokes are to assess and to warm up the tissue so that you know what's going on before you move the limb. So I first have to palm press and thumb press, then I can start to move the leg around. But this stuff is going to be intermediate because I wouldn't start moving the leg until I actually know what's going on in the dynamic. And then from here, once I do some of this kind of intermediate stuff, then you can get into more advanced. But it is a progression. Just like when you're working out, you would never start at max weight. You would warm up first and cool down, something like that.